Hello and welcome back to your 18 WJTS In.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and although it is surprisingly back to school season already, if you can imagine, we're not quite back to school yet. We have a very exciting milestone to celebrate, as we do every year. More specifically, we're talking about the Jasper Strassenfest, and we have some very festive ladies in the studio today. Corie, Kim, and Laura, welcome to you all.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, without further ado, you know, we're in Strassenfest season. You guys have been working really hard on the festival and the exciting new but old festivities happening and whatnot. So, will you tell us a little bit about, you know, German Flair on the square, a big exciting thing? So, what do we have going on for the 2024 Jasper Strassenfest?
Well, so many people are excited to be back on the square. And the layout is kind of the same that you're used to. Rides north of the square towards German American Bank and Who's Your Business. The beer garden south of the square, so south of Matrix and Webster Law Office. And the entrance is on Main Street again, which everybody's excited about. Mm-hmm. And then the booths will all be downtown. Now, Corie might want to talk a little bit about how the booths are a little different.
Ooh. So we're back on the square, but with the new construction, we have a little less space to fit as many booths. So in about every parking section, there's going to be 2 booths. So they'll be a little bit more spread out. Hopefully the traffic and the congestion will be a little less when you're waiting for your favorite. But those will go from pretty much the side of City Hall, then around the courthouse area, and then trickle down towards the beer garden again. So you'll still have some staples in the same spot, like the cookie will be in front of City Hall and lemonade in front of the fire pit area, and then down to the more German flavored foods by the beer garden entrance when you go to the German Club booth.
Yeah, you definitely have like the mile markers as far as food and drink concessions go. Like everyone knows where the cookie stand is. Everyone knows where the lemonade shake-ups are. Everyone knows where the beer garden is. So these are good things to remember. But you know, when they were reconstructing the square, they had the Strassenfest in mind, right?
Absolutely. We met for 2 years. We've been meeting with them. Corie, Luke Musselwhite, Mike Ackerman, and I, we would meet with city officials, the electric people, the water people. How much electric do you need here? I can tell you things about the city's electric that I should not know. But the thing is, they have been so great to work with. And if anybody is sitting there thinking, Jasper is an okay town, no, Jasper, their leadership is amazing. What they do to try and accommodate us was fantastic.
Wow. I think... We all remember the construction frustration, so seeing that there was so much thought and detail, even for this once-a-year event, I think that's definitely something unique. And Laura, you said it best. You know, it's fantastic people. And I heard from Miss Kim earlier that, you know, getting the Strassenfest back to the square was a real team effort for a handful of people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these 2 ladies here were part of that core team, as well as Luke Musselwhite and Mike Ackerman. And then again, a shout out to the city, because, you know, without the city leadership and their leadership, I'm not sure where we'd be right now. So they've been truly working at this for 2 years, and they deserve our thank you.
That is fantastic. I mean, just the dedication, the Strassenfest committee looks stronger than ever. I'd like to say, you know, of course you guys.
There's a spot open.
Spot open. oh gosh, spot open. That's good. Social media is going fantastic as well. Before we get into, you know, August 1st through the 4th, you guys have been pushing your half pot here lately. You've got a lot of stuff going on with that. A lot of different locations, whatnot. So what do people need to know about purchasing half pot tickets?
So we're trending a little bit ahead of last year. Last year's winner took home $57,000. So nice, all right. But we picked this up about 4 years ago, and we partner with Vincennes University Jasper. So their proceeds go to full ride scholarships for local students, and that includes full ride of tuition, a book stipend, and a laptop. Wow. So, and they've done some testimonials that are wonderful, that they say, we couldn't be here, we couldn't be going to college without this. So that's a really direct impact. Then our portion of it goes to, we joke about free entertainment, but it's only free to you, it's not free to us. So,
right.
You know, so that's important. So we'd be able to offer that free entertainment to our guests. But then also part of that money we want to put into a fund in case something would happen, that we can protect our nonprofits, because the nonprofits are by far the key to the festival.
Right.
But yeah, sales are going on through August 14th. So we're going to extend it a little bit longer this year.
Ooh.
We will draw on the 16th. We have a booth in front of Southgate area, as well as Ruler Foods. The booth at Ruler Foods will stay there through the festival, so those who don't want to deal with the crowd
Right.
can still buy their half pot ticket. And we do take credit card this year.
Yes, and you've got one of those easy
I
peasy
have
card
one,
readers.
I absolutely do, so I can print your ticket on the fly. So they are 1 for $5, 3 for $10, 20 for $20, 50 tickets for $40, and 150 tickets for $100. So if you trust your friends, you can get them together and buy your 150 numbers.
Right. I mean, you could make a date out of that even before you go to the Strassenfest. You go to one of the booths, spend your money, maybe you get that pre-Strassenfest coffee going, and then you go attend Strassenfest whichever days you want to.
Exactly.
There's a lot.
Yep.
A lot going on with each day, which is, of course, a fantastic thing because you're expecting a great influx of people because, everyone knows around here, Strassenfest is a big deal, right?
Yeah, Strassenfest is a homecoming for a lot of people. There's a whole lot of class reunions happen that day. I know there's a wedding happening, and one of the things they were talking about is they're going to have the wedding and have some stuff, and then they're going to go to the fest. So, the whole thing is just a way for people to get together and do some things. And, when you have your class reunion, it is just the class of 81. But when you go to the fest, it's the class of 81 and 95 and 2022.
2004.
So, you get to see all these people you saw in high school. And I think that has been one of those neatest things is about the Strassenfest is people coming home. Like we just heard that somebody's coming home from China to come to the Strassenfest.
Yeah, that's...
He gets the prize.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was telling someone just last night. How often is it that we have guests, more specifically last year, from like Pfaffenweiler, Germany? I mean, you guys pull out all the bells and whistles, and everyone loves the festivities that go on, and it really does spread town-wide, which is something I think maybe we take for granted, but it's you guys do all the fantastic work beforehand, so it's definitely fantastic to see. And so, Half Pot's going to be through the fest and a little bit further. That announcement will come after August 14th, and it's very exciting. I know I think you were trying to harass everybody a little bit, trying to get those Half Pot tickets with us today, but I get it. You guys are fantastic salespeople in that way. So, let's get into Strassenfest itself. It's August 1st through the 4th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's a whole slew of things for people to do, There's going to be rides again. Of course, the foodies, they've got all kinds of stuff. So what can we expect? I guess we'll start at Thursday. What's going on Thursday to kind of kick us off?
So Thursday, as you know, is opening ceremonies. And about 5-6 years ago, we as a committee infused that with a lot of German heritage events. This year, Valerie Heim and Sherry Ubelar have taken up the mantle there. And we have the Maypole, which... Can I do a little shout out to the city for the Maypole?
Of course.
So I went to the mayor when he was getting ready to finish the beautification of the around the square, and I knocked on his door and I said, "Mayor, can I put a hole in your new road?" And he said yes. So we're going to have a very real Maypole. So Tree Pros Dave Rue is going to be chopping down a tree. We have this metal thing that's going to get attached to it, and it's going to get set into the ground in the middle of the Strassenfest by the Jasper Electric Department. It is going to be so cool to have a real Maypole this year. So that's Thursday night is part of that real Maypole, and a bench dance, and the Kinderchor, and opening ceremonies. And then the parade to the beer garden is going to be led by Jasper High School students in the band. It's going to be really cool. So they're going to lead us down. There's going to be the 16 states of the Germany that are going to be in big flags going down along with the keg and the brat. It's going to be a big parade. In the past, we had 8 people from the German club doing something. This year, we have 37 people involved in this. It has really grown. So we're going to come out from the main stage. Now, you might want to know where the main stage is because it's not where it was before.
Yeah, we've got different stuff going on. Although, again, those trademark locations for food and whatnot. You guys are revamping the whole stage situation, right?
Correct. So if you look in the corners, we have all these wonderful seating areas. We've got all these benches. So people that come downtown have places to sit and do things, which is wonderful. But where do you put the stage? Because it can't be there anymore. So we looked at like 20 different places. Corie and I met downtown so many different times to talk about this. And we ended up putting it between Siebert's and the Du Bois County Annex, facing the courthouse. So what happens as the sun sets? we get shade.
Oh,
Big stuff.
That's a new concept.
yes.
Big stuff.
Yes.
In addition to shade, we're also putting about 16 to 20 more picnic tables around the square with umbrellas. So we're trying to help with all of that. So the parade to the beer garden is going to come out back behind there and head over to the Deutscherplatz. That's on the corner of 5th and Main. Actually, it's not on the corner. It's the whole intersection of 5th and Main. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Glockenspiel stage.
Yes.
So the Glockenspiel stage is going to be on West 5th Street facing the Deutscherplatz. And that's where all the free German entertainment is, all the free events. So you don't have to pay for anything to come to Jasper and be part of the whole German celebration. You just come, you bring your kids, and they say, okay, the next event is going to be the children's mug holding contest. Who wants to do it? It has gotten so popular that we're having to put up like lines for people to go because they're like, me. So
awesome.
it is grown, and it truly makes the Jasper Strassenfest stand out from everything else that happens in these German festivals around. Everybody can have a beer stoop, but not everybody has these great German events.
Yes.
So that's Thursday night, but then Thursday night on the main stage.
Yes.
Well, we have a new collection of dance presenters. So
Ooh.
Dance by Mallory, Hajini, Dance Central,
and
Jasper High School Dance. They are all being showcased in one evening. So you can they can enjoy performing when it's not blazing hot. And it will all be Thursday evening for you. Also with the German Heritage, Laura has done so much to infuse that. She started that, spearheaded that years ago. And Valerie Heim and Sherry Blore have done a great job continuing it. But they have made this such a family-friendly, German-themed festival again. Not that it never wasn't, but they really sparked and infused it again with it. So I am really grateful to them for that.
That is phenomenal, ladies. I love the shared gratification that is constantly being thrown around. That's something I think you guys are in the thick of it. You could be, saying how tiring it is and all the things you'd expect, but you guys have just nothing but gratitude towards each other, which is just, I think, very rare, but amazing to see. And one thing that I really want to highlight to people is that now that the downtown square is as beautiful as ever, its walkability is through the roof. All of these accessibility needs and stuff that you guys are providing alongside that is something to note so that everyone knows that they're welcome, no matter if you can't get around so well or if you need that extra shade or you need seats to just be in. There's a lot there.
So one of the other things that we've added this year, I'm going to hit some of the new things.
Yes.
And one of them is that we've added a toilet trailer with running water this year. Yes.
That's awesome.
It is. We had this new beautiful square. We didn't want to put pink and blue toilets around. We thought that was kind of... So we have a toilet trailer, and that's going to be... I call it the old glove factory parking lot. GAB now owns it. It's beside Rhea Jane and Impulse. Mm-hmm. So that's a great opportunity for people to have an upgraded system there. Yeah. We're excited about the Maypole. We're excited about the barbecue contest.
Yes.
That's going to be at the Tin Clark Cultural Center. And we're excited about some new items. So Jasper Strassenfest has some logoed items. Tell City Pretzel started this years ago with their tins, and they have done very well with them. And this year we have our first Strassenfest bourbon.
Ooh.
And we started with 200 plus bottles, and when we went out to buy one, because I needed another one, we ended up finding out there's less than 50 left.
Wow.
So those have been going extremely well. We're still far away from the fest, and we've gone through a lot of bottles.
Yes. Wow.
So we're very excited about some of the new things coming down, especially our Grand Marshals and how it relates to the fest.
Yes.
Yeah, our Grand Marshals this year are all of the merchants of the Greater Downtown Jasper Business Association. So that's a lot to say, but it's a lot of people who do a lot of good. Our spokespeople for them are Jim Siebert and Maureen Braun. So Jim is with Siebert's and Maureen is with Finishing Touches, and they have been really lifelong residents and lifelong advocates of the Greater Downtown Jasper Merchant Group. Starting Wednesday, July 17th, there will be a shopping spree that they are sponsoring.
Yes.
So there are various merchants who are participating. If you go to 3 separate merchants and make a purchase and get a stamp, then you can be entered into one of the $1,000 worth of prizes that are available. So it's a pretty exciting way to celebrate the merchants and highlight the merchants. Thank them. They have been through the thick of it for quite a while, and it is time to acknowledge them and celebrate them. And all the sidewalks will be open to them. So there's not going to be any staging of food or any grilling. All those sidewalks are open and accessible the whole fest time.
That's huge.
Yes.
We having it back on the square is one thing, especially since we've gone through a pandemic and construction and all that. I feel like this has to be the most Hofmarschals you guys have ever had, technically, right? Like at one time?
We've acknowledged other groups as a whole in the past, but this is a pretty large
group. Yeah.
Pretty large group.
That is fantastic to hear that they get their moment of recognition. And you guys, through and through, at least from what I've heard in the news and in these promotions, you guys are hand to hand with the downtown merchants in that way, because you want to bring something together for the both of you to benefit from, which is amazing. Yeah. Amazing stuff. So, you know, we've talked about a lot of the pre-stuff. What's happening Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
So Friday evening, Friday day, there are so many events during the day, free or maybe pay to play type events. You can find those on our website. You can find those on our Facebook page, or even in the paper booklets that are around town that are free to pick up. But Friday evening, there is a 90s tribute band called Run Forest Run. Oh. That will be on the main stage. I'm pretty excited to see them. That is free for patrons to see and view. Saturday, again, is another whole day full of events. I like to just plan out my events. You know, what can I do this year? What can't I do this year? And maybe try to shake it up. New themes, favorites, catch a snack, catch a game, you know, here and there. But then Saturday evening is a Jimmy Buffett tribute band on our main stage as well, which again is for free for viewing and for the pleasure of our patrons.
So you're having quite a diverse genre skill set there. I love the inclusivity on that as well.
And don't forget, Friday lunch is open.
Lunch is open.
Lunch
that's right.
is open. Yeah, yes. That was a couple years ago, and that has been really, really successful.
So remind us the times on that.
So a lunch is 11 to 1 on Friday. And also between 11 and 1 on Friday and Saturday lunchtime on the Glockenspiel stage, they have arranged for accordion players to come and bring some German music.
Food and entertainment.
Food and entertainment.
Mm-hmm. How best to get in the Strassenfest mood besides getting out of work for that last day of the week? That is phenomenal. I'm gonna write that down. I think.
Well, you can go back to work after lunch.
Oh man!
Which is what a lot of people do.
Yeah,
so,
right.
It has gotten really, really large down there on Friday afternoons.
Yes.
That was a really good idea. Whoever came up with that.
Corie, I think
was it you? No, it's not me. I wish it was.
My goodness.
Actually, I think it was a past chairperson, Derek Bear, probably one of my first years. We're like, let's just try it, and we had maybe 6 or 7 booths who participated, and it has grown exponentially to almost all of them. They maybe don't offer their full offerings, maybe just quick lunch grab and go items, but it definitely gets you in the fest spirit, or continues the fest.
Definitely.
And I think the local businesses really jump on board as well. Mm-hmm. So they'll send money down with their employees and say, go to the fest, buy your lunch. So that's been really neat to see.
That's phenomenal. And Corie, you kind of mentioned it earlier, you know, the website's a perfect place to start if you think, oh my, there's too much going on, or one of the paper pamphlets, to really like sit down and say, okay, this is what we can go to Friday, this is what we can plan for Saturday and Sunday, and because there is so much going on, but it's never a bad thing. There's so much for everyone to participate in. So, you know, we've got Saturday, another tribute band, and how do we normally wrap things up on Sunday? You know, it's something I kind of get to be involved in, so it's pretty another one of those staples, right?
Sunday is one of my favorite days of the whole entire fest. It is parade day. Parade day is rain or shine. You see so many people in the community, or even the state, who come to participate. It starts at 1 p.m. People can line Jackson Street from 15th down to 5th, and then at 5th Street we go west towards Main Street, and then up around the square, and you continue up Main Street. The people who show up to watch it and the people who show up to participate, it's just really unique. It's a parade kind of like no other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think since growing up around this area, even into now where I get to participate in the parade, there's so many people. I think this is one of the biggest attended parades in our little nook of southern Indiana. So I think even so, there's a lot of people who sign up to be in the parade. There's a lot of organizations that people may or may not know of. I mean, the high school shows out with all of their kiddos, and there's a lot of opportunity to get involved there. But there's still stuff going on a little bit before the parade, right? As far as like food booths and stuff like that, or do we have different plans?
Right. If a booth still has food, they are encouraged to still be open. So we can't really promise who's going to be open, but they definitely have the opportunity. There's still events happening. There's polka masses. There's golf scrambles. I mean, there's lots of things still going on, even Sunday morning, and then into Sunday evening as well. The Celebration Singers have a concert to end things out, and get you ready for the work week that's about ready to pop up.
Yeah, imagine, partying all 4 days, then going back to Monday and not bringing that Strassenfest excitement with you. I don't know how you guys, turn it off afterward. I know you don't, because Strassenfest is all year round, but it sounds like another phenomenal lineup. Ladies, I'm curious what each of your most anticipated or most exciting thing from this year's Strassenfest is to be. So whatever you're most excited to be participating in, or if it's your favorite fair booth and whatnot. What are you guys really looking forward to?
I don't know if you can put a single thing down. I'm just excited to be back on the square. And I think I want to shout out to all our nonprofits and events who have stuck with us. And moving the fest was not an easy thing to do. And kudos to these ladies and the team that did it. But that's what I'm more anxious to see is I want to see it back on the square. So that's what I'm excited about.
Fantastic.
I would agree with Kim. Getting it back on the square, I work directly with all the not-for-profits, and to see that finally come to light after all of my emails and meetings and phone calls with them as well, it'll just be neat to see it again back on the square. Again, Laura talked about class reunions. I know who I'm probably going to see. I don't know for sure, but just the excitement of you think you're going to see them, or even just family coming in and getting together. It truly is a special time of year.
Yeah.
So ditto with that, but I'm also excited about seeing the people being excited about being back on the square, about the people saying yes, and I'm really excited for our group that has spent so much time working on this to see them all be excited about it and go, yes. Okay, we run into little roadblocks here and there, okay? We didn't know that there's only three-phase electric in one part of the square. We don't know these things, right?
Yes.
We don't even know. And and when we go back to the square and we're setting things up, we're going to have more of those. And so I think when Friday comes, our group is just going to be so excited to go, yes, we got it to the square. The people are happy, and Jasper's happy again, and we're back on that beautiful square.
You're bringing the reunification of Strassenfest and the square together. I think everyone's going to be very excited about that. You guys have a superstar that you've been concealing or kind of showing off behind the scenes for everybody. Is the Mr. Fritz going to be at the fair?
Fritz will be at the fest. He'll make his appearances, his rounds. You can catch him for a photo op. You can catch him. Maybe he'll be doing the chicken dance at the Glockenspiel. I'm unsure where Fritz will be at all times.
You guys aren't planning this? You're supposed to have him detailed down
We
yet.
might know, but we can't exactly share yet. But Fritz is definitely going to be available. He has brought a lot of fun and excitement to our committee, along with hopefully in his social media posts. And if you have not seen Fritz, definitely check out our Facebook or TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram, wherever Fritz is at. It's a good time.
Fantastic. Good to know. We got to keep these celebrity sightings in check. So, ladies, there's a lot going on. Did we miss anything? I mean, JasperStrassenfest.org is the place to go plan, right? Anything else we want to make sure to say?
I will say this. The Jasper Strassenfest is the 1st through the 4th. It is one festival to celebrate our German heritage with 3 nights on 3 stages of free entertainment in the 4 corners of the square. August 1, 2, 3, 4. Please come and see us. We would love to have you.
That's why she's the queen of Strassenfest.
She's the queen, exactly.
Closed book, and I don't know what else to say. Laura, Kim, and Corie, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about the Strassenfest. We're excited for the 1st and the 4th and all that exciting stuff for sure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much at home for watching. Be sure to plan your Strassenfest visit before, during, or as it's happening, because, Strassenfest is something you don't want to miss back on the Jasper Downtown Square. And this has been your 18 WJTS In.form, where we are local people watching local people.